Hello and welcome to a new episode of Cultural Magazine, a program about the various cultural events taking place here in Egypt. So if you're interested in the cultural life in Egypt, let's see what we have in store for you. Dr. Sohair Osman is known for her textile and graphic works which are inspired from the Egyptian cultural heritage, whether it is the pharaonic designs and the cultural heritage of ancient Egypt, the Islamic also designs, or even the Coptic and modern ones. And this exhibition, today's exhibition, actually is inspired from all these cultures. We have 2 floors of textile and graphics, all are designed by hand, and she made them to express her passion and love for Egypt. Now let's enter her world. Joining me right now is Dr. Sohair Osman, and of course she's a renowned visual artist as well as professor of textile printing and design. Welcome with us, Doctor. First of all, this particular exhibition of yours is special. Before we talk about the exhibition in detail, the themes, but that's a very important cause that you've dedicated your exhibition to today.
Yes, okay. In general, I am taking part in many competition and many exhibitions here in Egypt and abroad, as you know. I won many prizes in many kinds of arts, like carpets, like tapestry, like graphics, like textile printing and design, like drawing, like painting. These all my artworks. In general, I like to make every 2 years, like Benelli, 2 years in any hole. But honestly, this exhibition, I hope, I send a message from this exhibition that honestly, my brother, since 2 weeks ago, he died. Yes, in America. He died, and with cancer, lung cancers. And for me, I have a problem in this point also, in this disease. So I invite anyone likes art, likes especially my arts, my handmade graphic, my handmade carpets, my handmade tapestry, to share in this idea. And I hope to realize really the goal of the mission of this exhibition.
Doctor, for the theme, actually I've walked through and I found a variety of topics. I found the geometrical designs, I found the pharaonic, the Islamic, the floral motifs. How long did it take you? And tell me about the theme itself and the idea. Yes. And working on it.
The truth, in my genetic, inside myself, this is true. Inside myself, I am an Egyptian, very Egyptian artist. This. Do you believe that the most of family in America, but me only here and my family here because I like Egypt. This is number 1. Number 2, that the ancient Egyptian arts and Islamic arts and Coptic arts and popular art, really this heritage this is Egypt, and all the world like this, and come here to be enjoy. So I like too much to inspire from the ancient, especially pharaonic art or ancient Egyptian art, in hieroglyphic arts, hieratic, demotic.
Yes.
But the pharaonic artist, he used this to say or to say everything about their life, not to draw, not to paint, but I use it like mixture with this
symbolism.
right? Yes, simply or handwriting, yeah, to be in a new contemporary, or to be in contemporary vision. Yeah, this is my aim. And sometimes I use Islamic art, the plants elements, or the geometric elements, or animal or figures like this. I used to mix all of this to be in contemporary vision.
What about the graphic work? Tell me about the graphic works exhibited here.
I like graphic too much, but I like handmade, because this is very high value, not computerized. I don't like computerized. It's easy for anyone to use the mouse, the computer, the program of computer. But all of this really with my hand, with my hand. But this copy from our hand really is not inside any machine.
It's all original. It's all from your own innovation.
All of this is original. This is true.
Now, that's hard to do all this, because I can see that your graphic work is very rich with a lot of detail. All this you had to make by hand, and then after that you scanned?
Yes, by hand. At first on a paper, and I put it in the silk screen, if you know the silk screen printing. After that, I printed on a paper. But the first step is so necessary for me that to make the idea. This is not easy. The concept of the exhibition is one concept about heritage and the contemporary.
Joining me right now is celebrity journalist, writer, and thinker Dr. Mohammed Selmawi. Dr. Mohammed, you're the guest of honor today for Dr. Souheira Osman's exhibition. How do you see it, and how do you find this particular exhibition?
I think it's a very rich and varied exhibition. It gives us a very uplifting feeling with all this artistic work, in which she was able very cleverly to mix between ancient Egyptian motifs and Islamic details in a purely modern form. The composition of her works are very modern, but the content is very authentic. On the other hand, there's a lot of variety between the carpet work she's doing and the etching and the paintings. So she's a very diversified artist, and I think this is a very rich exhibition.
Sohair Osman is one of the artists who has depended very much on using Arab calligraphy and Arab ornamentation themes and items, as well as Arab designs in her work, either in graphic design, in graphic works, or to be used as designs for weaving, and especially the carpets that we can see on the walls. Her work is very particular to her. She's the only one to be working in this type of weaving or carpetry that you can see, wall carpets. And the good thing about her is that she was able to use these very original Oriental designs. She was able to use them in a modern way. She was able to adapt them to a modern technique and to say a modern message with them. Usually the people who use these motifs, they fall into the folklore. But she was able to transgress that and go into really real art.
What about her graphic works?
Her graphic works are also, they fall also within the framework of what I've been talking about. In the graphic work, she is able to work on minute details, while in the carpets, they're very big. She cannot go into small, and she really is excellent in doing that, because she is showing us that she is able to do the micro, the very small, and the macro, the very big. I can tell you that it's amazing, because she is she is a real artist, really, because the art is full of the different colors with the different degrees, with an artistic manner. Amazing. I cannot say except this word. She is a real artist. Really.
I like very much how she works on the carpets, the colors itself, how to merge the colors with the same design. I like very much the painting when she makes all the culture all together, the Islamic, pharaonic, the colors. I love the colors. How they get together, it's very nice. This one in particular, how the lights, the lightens, it's very nice, really. It's very nice. I like it very much.
Very nice colors and design, and everything is new, yani, very nice.
Photography is one of the oldest arts in Egypt. It started with the start and the beginning of photography in Europe, and we have pioneer artists and photographers in that field. Now let's look into the following photography exhibition.
Egyptian Salon for Photography is hosting an annual exhibition, where they display the best of their art form and they show each other their work. Let's go take a look at the exhibition and see what they have.
I have been doing photography for the last 35 years. It's my passion, and I was pleased to be with the saloon for more than 25 years now, being a member, active member with some lovely people, taking pictures all over Egypt and the globe. This is the second exhibition this year, but this is a special one because it's more about emotions, which was not very easy to find the right pictures for. So hopefully you enjoy some of these shots here. They are about the emotions in Egypt mainly. Some of them are in black and white, which really shows a lot of emotions, and some of them are in lovely colors. We are actually we're seeing a lot of activities from the youth in Egypt around photography, and this is great. It's very rewarding, and it's also helps us a lot to get more energy around what is happening. The future of photography in Egypt, I think, is very bright, and Egypt is a lovely location to take pictures at because the colors, the energy, and the scenery is really nice. So it's great to be here with you and to have this discussion. I can see now that the digital means, either the phones that are taking very good pictures these days, or even the new cameras with the new technologies, are helping a lot the youth in Egypt to take very interesting pictures about the life in Egypt. I can see also that a lot of the Egyptians are very interested to take street shots about the life of Egypt and how people are interacting in their daily lives, which is really very interesting and rewarding because there is a lot of very, very good and creative work being done in this area. We can see that some of these youths are also competing on a global level, so they are having very very good prizes around the globe in terms of very reputable organizations are rewarding their good work, and it's interesting to see their views about how they promote Egypt in some of the interesting hashtags on social media, like This is Egypt or Room Egypt. These have been attracting a lot of followers and showing a lot of the lovely life of the daily Egyptian people.
The Cairo Opera House is rich in its cultural activities, varying between various exhibitions, concerts, recitals, as well as ballet and theater. It is a wonderful and important venue here in Egypt, and today we will be enjoying this opera night.
After 3 years of construction, the current Cairo Opera House was inaugurated in 1988. It covers an area of 45,000 square meters, with a building area of 6,375 square meters. It was a gift from the Japanese government to Egypt and the symbol of friendship between the two countries. It is a part of a mega cultural center. It has various facilities, including the main opera hall, the small hall, an open-air theater, training rooms, artist rooms, workshops, art galleries, museum, library, many restaurants, and many other facilities.
Among the most important visual arts movements in Egypt is the female visual art movement. It is a very important movement, and we have many pioneers in that field. And as part of that movement and its works, we have the Fannanat Mubdi'at, or Female Innovators exhibition, which took place recently in Cairo. Now let's look into it.
It's 6
In this
o'clock.
segment, we will be entering the world of female visual artists through the exhibition Creative Female Artists in Egypt. And actually, this is an interesting and important exhibition where around 14 female artists are participating with a variety of works. So we can see the paintings, we can see sculpture, we can see ceramic work, we can see collage, we can see abstract work, and a variety of forms, and we can hear important names like Dr. Nazli Maktour, Dr. Aula Youssef, and many other. And we have the pioneering generations in addition also to the younger generations. So now let's learn more about this exhibition. Joining me right now is visual artist and painter Miss Mona Ghorab. Mona, please tell me about the paintings you're participating with today.
I have 6 paintings in this exhibition. Actually, the exhibition is perfect. All the artists are very high qualified. And actually, I like very folkloric Egyptian paintings. And in an abstract way. I like the old thing in a new look. That's what I did in my painting. And the most of my paintings are landscape. They are too about women also, but the most of my artworks are about landscape, Egyptian old places and markets and historical places, and this is what it's a kind of passion I have. Even I didn't grow up in Egypt, in Germany, but I'm in love in Egypt, and this reflects on my art piece. It's more like like more to use acrylic, but sometimes kinds of inks or gesso sometimes, and I like it to be sometimes a little bit crazy by using the paint. Sometimes I'm just throwing it, and I don't know how it will look, but it's a kind of experience with the paint and feeling and all what I did before. Talking about the women. The beautiful of the women, how she is the most beautiful creation in the whole world. She get the prettiest thing about every creation. She has it all in her creation. For example, she is like a horse, sometimes kind, and sometimes she get yes. Sometimes she's like the gazelle, so soft and. Yes, and like sometimes like a butterfly or a dove. I feel like all this beautiful creation, the woman is the most beautiful. I really don't like to draw from my imagination. It's more like looking to a picture, and it's I don't know. It's giving me a feeling about the picture, and then I begin to start to work about it, and it comes out in a different way. So as how I felt the picture. And this picture, it's talking about the Egyptian women. Even if the environment is very tough, she's strong, she's beautiful, she's wearing the responsibility over her head, over yeah, it's kind of yes,
symbolic.
Yes, yeah. Exactly. It's even if it's not very comfortable, like the desert, sometimes very hot and sometimes very tough. She still are a beautiful, strong women. Wearing her traditional clothes and carrying the responsibility.
Now, do you sketch first, or do you draw directly on the canvas?
Directly on the canvas. And sometimes, a lot of times, after finishing the painting, I'm not very satisfied, so I'm drawing over the paint again and again until I feel satisfied. Sometimes I finish my painting after long times. I begin it and just as a background, and I leave it for a month, and then look it again and continue working on it.
We have seen together a variety of cultural activities taking place here in Egypt. As in Cultural Magazine, we're keen to bring to you the best. And that brings us to the end of this episode of Cultural Magazine. Until we meet again with more cultural events, it's goodbye.